Oh no! Amateur hour, isn't it? Ah, you don't see that. I was saying hello to all of you. It is me, the favorite man, the man that you love, Ray Romano, from the hit classics like Everybody Loves Raymond and the Ice Age series, here to take over the Watchtower Ratabase, to give you the raced on the hit TV series Justice League novel, Secret Origins. You should expect better from me. I, Ray Romano, am not an amateur. I'm the real deal. Let me go over here. There we go. The Ray pick jump scared you. That's not a pick. That's my face. I am Ray Romano. I am Ray Romano, here to read the finale of Secret Origins to you. We're gonna start with chapter 9 and go through the epilogue. Last time I hear you all found out that that Barry Allen exists in the DCAU, which is a fascinating fact for me, Ray Romano, to be learning just before coming on the show. But I'm so sorry for doubting your realness. You should be sorry for doubting my realness. I am Ray Romano. I want to apologize for what happened last week. I don't remember last week. I'm Ray Romano. I'm a new person. Lemonade Ray. I hate this YouTube channel so much. My head grew. You know, that's the fun thing about being Ray Romano, is sometimes your head just doesn't stay a consistent size. All of the fame really gets to your head and just explodes it every now and then. And sometimes you just gotta reel it back in and remember who Ray is to Ray, rather than who Ray is to the world. But anyway, we're gonna start with chapter 9 of Justice League Secret Origins. We're gonna get through the rest of this book. John Jones regained consciousness slowly. The sound of relentless pounding from the factory's heart-like energy pumps filled his head, penetrating the haze of confusion caused by the gas. Trying to move his arms and legs, Jean discovered they were tightly bound in a thick web-like membrane coating the factory's walls. We've all been stuck in a thick coat-like membrane on the factory walls before. At least I have. I'm Ray Romano and I've acted in some things, so I've been put in weird situations like that as an actor. Forcing his eyes open, John saw that he was back in the central core. The ion matrix crystal, which the invaders had taken back from Batman, was now in place to power the complex, which extended around the world. The factory buzzed with the activity of hundreds of aliens busily going about their work. Glancing to his left and right, Jean saw his 5 teammates all bound in similar fashion, their arms and legs embedded in the glistening membrane. Then he quickly lost consciousness again. Superman awakened next. Having been born under the red sun of the planet Krypton, Superman drew his great powers from Earth's yellow sun. As the aliens covered the sky with thick black clouds, less and less of the sun's energy reached the Man of Steel. With each passing hour, he felt more of his super strength drain from his body. Speaking of drain, a word that has Ray in it, I was almost Superman once. They were going to cast me, Ray Romano, to be Superman. And I was going to fight Ben Affleck, believe it or not. He was just going to be Ben Affleck in the movie, but he had to be subdued.
Any ideas?
Who hurt you? I'm not hurt. I'm Ray Romano. Everyone loves me. Nobody hurt me. I'm gonna get Ray before he gets me. You'll never get Ray. Sounds more like Jeff Goldblum. Interesting. Well, I'm Ray Romano, so I don't know why my voice doesn't sound like Ray Romano. That's a surprise. Is it April Fool's Day or is it April Fool's Ray? Come on, get real. His super strength drained from his body and didn't return until season 2. That is actually a fact. In his weakened state, Superman had become vulnerable to the effects of the alien gas. He had been trapped in the membrane for many hours, with Hawkgirl imprisoned beside him, drifting in and out of consciousness, unable to use his super strength to break free. Forcing his eyes open, sizing up the situation, the Man of Steel realized quickly that things had gotten worse. Now, 6 heroes were trapped, and Batman was nowhere to be seen. He tried to focus his heat vision on the membrane that held him, but his powers was too drained for him to use that ability either. John! He called out, seeing the Martian Manhunter fade back into unconsciousness. John, wake up! This is me, Ray Romano, who was going to be cast for Superman, doing my Superman voice. He sounds just like that. Jean's eyes snapped open again. You shouldn't have risked your lives for us, Superman said, tugging mightily in another vain attempt to free his arms. Would you have done less for me? Jean replied as the others began to awaken. Oh, my aching head, Flash moaned. Remind me never to order that again, whatever it was I had. One by one, the heroes regained consciousness. As the captives looked on in shock, Senator J. Allen Carter stepped from the shadows. Senator Carter? Superman asked, confused. What are you doing here? Carter smiled, his famous charismatic smile. Unfortunately, Superman, the real Carter never returned from Mars 2 years ago, he explained. Although, he was kind enough to release us from our prison there. As the heroes watched in astonishment, Carter revealed his true identity, morphing into an alien invader. Superman felt the fury building inside him as he realized the true meaning of the events of the past 6 months. You used me to weaken Earth's defenses! He shouted angrily. How do y'all like Ray Romano as Superman? I think it was good casting. I don't know why they ended up saying no. They tossed the whole movie aside. When will you play Minecraft? You know what? Never. Maybe tomorrow, but never. Do you have a cold, Ray Romano? It's possible. Or wait, are you asking if I have a cold Ray, like a freeze Ray? Is that my name, or did you accidentally capitalize? Everybody loves me. That's true. That's true. Ray Romano as Joker? Well, everybody loves Raymond and his jokes. It looks like somebody doesn't love Raymond. Whoever it is, they should stop not loving me. There's a lot of Minecraft going on in here. I am Ray Romano, and I don't know anything about Minecraft. There's so much. Y'all are talking a lot today. Y'all are very excited about Raymond. I could prove Ray is Superman, take away all the letters in Superman except R-A, and then add a Y. Checkmate atheist. That's true. Do you, Ray Romano, what do you, Ray Romano, think of Lobo's voice in the DCAU? Needs more Ray. Alright, where was I now? In my Ray Romano book. Used me. There it is. And you were so eager to cooperate, the alien said, grinning triumphantly as he morphed back into the form of Senator Carter. Thanks to you, the humans were totally helpless against us. Enraged, Superman struggled fiercely to break free, but his diminished strength fell just short. It's not over yet, the Man of Steel snarled. Wrong again, Superman, Carter said, confidently pointing up. A small section of the factory's roof slowly slid open to reveal the enormous spaceship hovering above, blocking out the sky. Landing bay doors on the ship's bottom slid open, and a small shuttle drifted out and lowered steadily. Passing through the open roof, the shuttle came to rest on a rock outcropping near the ion matrix crystal, overlooking the trapped heroes. Carter urgently ran to the ship, all thoughts of his captives suddenly overshadowed by his sense of duty and loyalty to the powerful creature within. "All hail the Imperium!" Carter shouted, bowing deeply. "Hojna Perum!" A chorus of alien voices repeated in their own tongue, each invader bowing as well. A large, transparent, blob-like being emerged from a hatchway in the bottom of the shuttlecraft and drifted through the air toward Carter. A collection of swirling gases and liquids sparkled and shifted within the creature's glowing purple membrane, rippling from the movement within. Long pink and black tentacles extending from the body reached out as it moved forward. Floating right past the alien who appeared to be Senator Carter, the Imperium briefly acknowledged its faithful servant, then slithered toward the trapped heroes. Superman stared at the creature, which looked nothing like the horde of aliens who worshipped it, and realized he had seen this thing before. Glancing at Jean, whose eyes were fixed upon the Imperium, the Man of Steel finally remembered where he had seen this being. It was in one of the psychic messages from Jean! It was one of the many images that had flooded his mind. Now, what had seemed more like a nightmare than a reality hovered before him, menacingly. The Imperium's voice filled Jean's mind. "Jean Jones!" the deep rumbling voice said, echoing inside the Martian skull. "It's been a long time!" Struggling unsuccessfully to keep the Imperium out of his head, Jean turned away in disgust. Is Ray Hush? Yes, I am Hush. I am all people. Jake, stop being lonely. I am Ray Romano and you love me. I wonder if Ray knows that the aliens are not called the Imperium. Maddie would know better, alas. I mean, I'm reading the book and it just said the Imperium looks nothing like the rest of the aliens, so I kind of figured. I'm Ray Romano. I pick these kinds of things up. I've read a script before. Where's the guy who was making fun of my name last week? Who's that? What did you do to Maddie? Look! Don't worry about it. It's me, Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. There's nothing to be concerned about. Now, are we positive this is the Imperium and not just one of the many Imperium that surely exist in the universe? That's true. At a telepathic signal from the Imperium, the membrane that held Jean separated from the wall. It reached up like a long arm and deposited him on the ledge right in front of the creature, who motioned to two alien guards nearby. The guards approached Jean, each carrying a prod-like weapon, jabbing the helpless hero in his ribs. They unleashed savage electric jolts, which surged through Jean's body, searing his insides. "Ah!" he screamed, writhing in pain. Losing his ability to maintain his Earth-friendly shape, Jean reverted to his natural Martian form. His long, spindly limbs flailing and his pointed cranium twitching wildly. At a second subtle command from the Imperium, the guards removed their prods. Jean immediately collapsed to the ground, electricity still coursing through his racked body. "Much better!" The Imperium spoke again, directly into Jean's mind, now clouded with pain and confusion. "You've defied us for centuries, man!" Struggling to regain control of his own thoughts, Jean replied telepathically, and I will never bow before you or any of your kind. Then I'll personally see to finishing what should have been finished long ago, the Imperium replied, slithering closer to the Martian. The monstrous creature extended sharp tendrils, smaller and more muscular than its main tentacles. Piercing Jean's skin, the pointed limbs entered his arms and chest, worming their way up through his body towards his brain. Ah! Jean shrieked, feeling as if his head would explode from the pain. Our mission started these many centuries ago will finally be complete, the Imperium said, forcing his booming voice into Jean's burning skull. When I have eliminated the last Martian. Pulling Jean toward him, his jagged tendrils still embedded deep within the Martian's body. The Imperium drew Jean through his amorphous outer membrane, sucking him into his blob-like central section. The prisoner's shrill cries of pain were muffled by the creature's vicious interior body fluids. Viscous. I'm Ray Romano, I can read words. Superman thrashed violently against the restraining membrane, enraged and frustrated by his inability to help his tortured friend. Let go of him! He cried helplessly. See, I'm Ray Romano, I can get dramatic when I need to. Is Ray Romano related to Andrea Romano? You'll be surprised to know that every single Romano is somebody who loves me, whether we're related or not. Everybody loves me. I'm Ray Romano. Isn't Ray the name of that deranged kid from the Justice Guild? Yes. Yes, that's true, but I'm not him. I'm Ray Romano. I guess Jean's body is eco-friendly. That explains the green. I mean, when not in his pollution-causing Martian form. True. Why is Jean always either getting penetrated or penetrating someone else? You know, he's just a fiend. Tightening his grip on Jean's agonized brain, the Imperium shouted into his captive's mind. Yield to me, Jean Jones, he commanded. Never! Jean screamed back defiantly. Why do you resist? The Imperium asked, a tone of mock concern in his telepathic voice. Embrace this truth! After all these years, you finally lost! Mustering every scrap of his strength, Jean remained defiant. Have I? He asked, an unexpected edge of confidence coloring his question. Are you certain? The Imperium shuddered, sensing something disturbing deep within Jean's mind. You're hiding something! He bellowed. A secret deep in the recesses of your mind! Sensing the panic washing over his adversary, Jean buried his secret even deeper. Is this another one of your cursed Martian tricks? The Imperium raged. Do I sense fear from the great Imperium? Jean asked mockingly. I can stand this deception no longer. The Imperium blustered, anger and fear coursing through the synaptic circuits of his gel-like mass. What are you hiding? What's in the box? Telepathically tapping into the nerve impulses, firing past him as he floated within the Imperium, Jean sensed his enemy's weakness and knew that the time was right for action. Morphing back into his more human form, he shouted, Now! An explosion near the ion matrix crystal rocked the central core chamber and tore a gaping hole in the console that held the power source in place. Rising from the smoke, Batman suddenly appeared, climbing through the hole created by his explosive. He crouched on the console, a small rectangular device clutched firmly in his left hand. Batman? Flash asked in wonder. It can't be! Wonder Woman cried. Batman reached out and attached the device he had created directly onto the ion matrix crystal. As energy surged from the small mechanism into the glowing crystal, the crystal's color gradually faded from black to brilliant white. The trapped heroes looked on in wonder while panic spread through the aliens who felt the sudden change deep within their beings. Flipping a switch on the device he had placed onto the crystal, Batman fired a grappling line, which embedded itself in a crevice above. Rising swiftly on the line away from the crystal's console, Batman watched as a glowing blue energy shield appeared, surrounding the crystal and its ion reversal device. Guards opened fire at the Crusader, who deftly dodged the blast. "What have you done?" Carter shouted up at Batman from the edge of the outcropping. "What trickery is this?" the Imperium demanded.
"I mentally shielded Batman, so he couldn't be detected by you or any of your invaders," Jean explained. "He was working undercover to find your weakness, and it appears that he has done just that."
Ray totally killed it in The Irishman. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'm good in every movie I do, and I'm even good in the ones that I don't do. And that's why everybody loves me. I wonder how Maddie's gonna feel that James let Ray Romano do the final chapter of Secret Origins novelization. There's gonna be hell to pay. Hey! Don't worry about Maddie, it's me. Professional actor and criminal Ray Romano. He was working undercover like he was disguised as an invader. You know what? I'm not gonna question Batman's methods. He's Batman. I'm Ray Romano. We both got our lanes. Jean then sent a telepathic message to his friends.
"I apologize for the deception, but it was important that all of you believed Batman was dead. That way, the invaders couldn't learn the truth if they searched your minds."
"The crystal!" the Imperium bellowed to his soldiers in a furious rage. "Destroy it!" Unleashing a barrage of plasma blasts, the invaders fired at the crystal, attempting to carry out the Imperium's order. The searing laser discharges bounced harmlessly off the gleaming blue energy shield. "They've shielded the crystal!" shrieked Carter, watching in horror as streaming white energy crackled, forcing intense bright light up through the factory ducts. Outside, the towering smokestacks suddenly stopped belching black fumes, instead discharging radiant shimmering white energy, which cut through the murky clouds, dissipating their blanket of darkness. Golden sunlight streamed through the breaks in the clouds, bathing the streets of Metropolis with warmth and illumination, and raising the spirit of the desperate populace for the first time in days. Hey, good job, Robin. What is that? It's Abdel Malik Sika has subscribed. Nice. I don't know if you're in the stream here with us, because you can subscribe on YouTube without actively being in the stream. So who knows? But good job, Robin. Where was I? First time in days. Piercing shafts of sunlight also poured into the factory through the large opening in its roof. As the honey-colored beams struck the invaders, their bodies instantly burst into flames, melted into the puddles of goo, then finally evaporated in a waft of steam. Jean Jones felt the Imperium weakening. He mustered all his strength and burst free from the creature's body, taking advantage of the terror coursing through its nervous system as alien soldiers scrambled for cover from the searing sunlight. Jean grabbed the Imperium's tentacles, dragging him from the shadows. "No!" the Imperium cried as its outer membrane blistered upon contact with the light.
"You live underground and shun all light."
Jean, now clearly in control, shouted at this being, which moments before had been his living prison.
"Why? Does it burn?"
Okay, so as Ray Romano, I have to take notes on this because of that's just what Ray Romano does. He takes notes on everything, and luckily there were already some notes ready and available. It's been a long time in this chapter already, I feel like, without a stop point, and so I'm stopping now to take these notes. What was it? Senator J. Allen Carter never came back 2 years ago. Superman had been disarming nukes for 6 months. And then, shit's been bad for days. There we go. Gotta spice it up and put a curse word in there, because I'm Ray Romano. How do I keep my head perfectly still but move my neck? I'm an actor. I gotta practice muscle control. Is Maddie in your basement, Ray? Level with me here. Well, listen, don't worry about Maddie. It's me, professional actor and criminal Ray Romano, here to read this book to you. Don't sweat Maddie. Why is your face a significantly different complexion than your arms, Ray? I'm having to do reshoots on a movie, but it's only face shots. So they had to, for continuity purposes, had to tan me back up. Why do we never see Maddie Washburn and Ray Romano in the same room? That's a good question, but don't worry about Maddie. Something's different about me. Come on, don't worry about it. You love me. How did the alien invader that was impersonating Senator Carter, not Senator Parker, survive on Earth with the sunlight, I wonder? Lot of suntan lotion. Maddie, you're not fooling anyone. I keep seeing your face popping up. Oh, come on. There's no Maddie. I'm Ray Romano. Now, where was I? Oh, here I am. Smoke and flames rose from the Imperium's membrane, its liquid interior reaching the boiling point, a bubbling mass of burning organic tissue. Cha! The alien shrieked as the Martian manhunter held it beneath the rays of sunlight. Wincing in revulsion from the gruesome sight, Flash turned away. Oh man, that's one nasty sunburn! He cracked, his feet still embedded in the wall. The Imperium struggled for his life, desperately trying to free himself from the grasp of John Jones. With their leader unable to focus on anything but his own survival, the alien soldiers raced frantically through the factory, seeking refuge from the sunlight, thinking only of their own lives. Batman took advantage of the chaos. Swooping down on his grappling line, he pulled a small but powerful pocket laser from his utility belt. "It is good to see you alive!" Wonder Woman said as the Dark Knight sliced through the flesh-like membrane on the wall with his laser's tightly focused beam, freeing her arms and legs. As sunlight poured into the factory, Superman felt his strength returning. He didn't often think about the source of his powers. In some ways, he took it for granted. He was, after all, Superman. He could simply do these amazing things. But now, having been weakened by the blocking of the sun, the Man of Steel felt a great sense of relief as power once again flowed through his body. Flexing his re-energized muscles, he tore his arms and legs free of the binding membrane, then set about helping Batman release the others. "That was a pretty neat trick," the Man of Steel said to his longtime friend as he used his heat vision to cut open the membrane that held the Flash. "What did you do to the crystal?"
"I reversed the ion charge,"
the Dark Knight replied casually.
That in turn reversed the effect of the energy the invaders had been pouring into the skies.
That's me, Ray Romano, as Batman. Slick move, Bats, Flash said as he rubbed his newly freed wrists. We thought we'd lost you there for a second. Welcome back! Batman turned a puzzled glance to Flash as he cut Green Lantern's hand free with his tiny laser. He was not used to being referred to so casually, yet he sensed genuine relief in the Flash's tone. Shrugging it off, he sliced open the membrane that held the Emerald Warrior's feet.
Likewise, Green Lantern said, clasping Batman's shoulder warmly. It's just not the same without you.
Superman used his heat vision to cut Hawkgirl's arms free from the membrane. Before he could turn the searing beams to the membrane near her feet, the winged warrior swung her mace, slashing the fleshy wall, releasing her own feet. How did you know that the sunlight would hurt the creatures? Hawkgirl asked Batman, stretching her cramped limbs.
I began to suspect something when I first entered the factory in Egypt,
the Dark Knight explained.
I noticed the aliens running from sunlight. Using a skin sample I took from an alien I defeated in the factory, I returned to the Batcave, where my research led me to the conclusion that the ultraviolet rays in sunlight are deadly to their species. Coming from the depths of space, the invaders have no resistance to our sun's radiation. That's why they needed the factories, Superman said, keeping a watchful eye out for alien guards. They had to block out the sun. Yes, Batman agreed. I created the ion reversal device and used their own factories against them. So, you did find their weakness after all, Wonder Woman added. Impressive! Across the cavernous chamber, the Imperium was still firmly in the grasp of J'onn J'onzz, and still burning up from the sun's rays. Hey, speaking of rays, it's me, Ray Romano. Can you tell me what you think of my fanfiction? It's about Ray and his English language and a half-brother who is the best friend in the world, where you can try to find out what the best way is for Leg. Interesting. I have no clue what I just read. Spoilers, Ray Romano is Psycho Pirate. That's crazy. So how do we all feel on this and the JL not killing? Perhaps not entirely sentient beings? Listen, as Ray Romano, I wish there was more violence in children's cartoons. Murder them all. It's me, professional actor and criminal Ray Romano. If you were secretly not Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal, I don't think life would be worth living anymore. Good thing you are Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. Superman rarely thinks about the sun. I thought you had Ray won a call going, the voiceover that was you this whole time. I feel like there's a typo in there. The reading here has a real personal charm. That looks like a famous building seismic design book. Sun rays. Now Ray, as an actor, if you were, say, playing Maddie Washburn, what do you think would be his thought on Jensen Ackles playing Batman? Listen, I'm Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal, and personally, I would enjoy playing Batman, so why did they give it to someone else? I wanted to be Batman. They should have made me Batman. Did you hear my Batman voice? I'm Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. What crimes have you committed? So have you ever heard of Yemen? It's now Raymond. I don't know if that's a crime, but I own a country now.
Now, where were we? Sun rays. You know, seeing the word ray just kind of gets to me. But the sight of the superheroes, now free, enraged him, giving him a momentary burst of strength. "Destroy them, you cowards!" he shouted to his fleeing troops in a voice choked and strained. "Even at the cost of your own lives!" As the alien soldiers opened fire, Superman flew swiftly to the foot of a ledge a short distance away. Grabbing the rock-like formation, he bent the pliable tissue up toward the attacking invaders, forming a protective wall between the soldiers and his friends. As the alien's plasma blast bounced harmlessly off the wall, the heroes began an improvised counteroffensive, buoyed by the sudden reversal of fortune, glad to be finally released from their bonds. Hawkgirl took to the air, flying straight for a group of soldiers who stood firing randomly on a nearby bluff, swinging her energy-charged mace in a whirlwind circles. The winged warriors slammed into the aliens, obliterating them in seconds. As if celebrating the release of his speedy feat, Flash zoomed right through the center of a squadron of aliens. The rippling effect of the wind he created flung them across the chamber on either side. Powering up his ring, Green Lantern surrounded a trio of aliens with a green force field just as they fired their weapons. The plasma blast contained by the force field baked the invaders alive. Superman flew straight up, leading with his fists. He tore a jagged hole right through the top of the factory's dome, then emerged into the brightness beyond. Sunlight poured through the new hole in the roof, searing the screeching aliens caught in its radiant beams. Following suit, Wonder Woman and Green Lantern each took to the air, tearing additional holes in the dome, flooding even more of the chamber with brilliant sunlight. Realizing that its life force was draining rapidly in the increasing glare of the sun's rays. Speaking of rays, has anybody seen Everybody Loves Raymond? I was the star of that show. Me, professional actor and criminal Ray Romano. The Imperium, its body bubbling furiously, its outer membrane almost gone, shot its jagged tendrils into Jean's body again, lifting the Martian off his feet. Shrieking in pain as the tendrils once again surged through his body, Jean lost consciousness. Withdrawing its tendrils quickly, the Imperium allowed its adversary to crumble to the ground in a heap as it floated back toward the waiting shuttlecraft. Seeing this, Carter, who had stood his ground by firing plasma blasts at the rallying heroes, leapt into the air. Grabbing hold of the Imperium's body, he dangled by his scorched fingertips as the flaming creature rose toward its shuttle. "My Imperium!" Carter shouted. "Take me with you!" "Hey, get your hands off me, you fucking worm!" The Imperium blustered, slapping Carter off with a whipping tentacle, sending the imposter sprawling to the ground. Landing in a pool of sunlight, the alien, who had posed as Carter, blistered, flames spreading across his skin, which now reverted to its true appearance. For 2 years, he had fooled the world, disguised as J. Allen Carter, tricking Superman into disarming Earth's most powerful weapons, leading the planet to the brink of destruction. "No!" the alien now screamed as his flesh melted into a molten pool of white, gray, and red, then boiled into vapor and disappeared. What was that sound? That was Lacarnum Worstja 3 has followed. Hey, thanks. Where was I? It disappeared. Soaring through the air, dodging alien fire, Wonder Woman spotted the Imperium drifting into the open hatch at the bottom of the shuttle. Watching the doors slide shut and the craft fire its main thrusters, the Amazon Princess darted toward the ship as it rose through the opening in the factory's roof. What y'all got going on in the chat? Anybody talking about Ray? Should have gotten Ray Romano to play Batman for Long Halloween. That's true. Ray still has returned his overdue library. Not returned. Yes, I have. I'm a criminal, but I'm not a fiend. Have I, Ray Romano, seen Justice League Snyder Cut? Yes. I have seen Justice League Snyder Cut as Ray Romano. Hey Ray, do you happen to have a plan when your acting and criminal career fail in, like... I'm not sure if you heard, but everybody loves Raymond. I've made my way to the top. And I plan to stick around. Unfurling her golden lasso, Wonder Woman hurled the glittering rope toward the departing spacecraft. Looping around an angled protrusion on the bottom of the shuttle, the lasso found its target. Tightening the loop, Wonder Woman pulled on the magic rope, straining to stop the rising ship. A plasma blast from the shuttle's laser cannon knocked Wonder Woman off her feet. The small craft cleared the factory, then rose toward the giant warship above, Diana's golden lasso dangling from its bottom. Hawkgirl flew after the escaping craft, bashing a hole in its front panel with her mace. Smoke poured from the hole, and the ship shuddered, but continued drifting towards the warship, which now opened its landing bay doors in anticipation of the Imperium's arrival. Shaking off the blow dealt by the laser cannon, an angry Wonder Woman flew back up to the shuttle, grabbing her lasso and tugging the craft back down just as it was about to enter the warship. With Wonder Woman holding the shuttle in place, Hawkgirl unleashed 4 more powerful blows to the sputtering ship. The last wallop from her mace finally sent the smoking shuttle plunging back toward the factory below. Crashing through the roof, the shuttle careened toward Batman, who looked up, helplessly realizing he had no time to get out of the way. From the corner of his eye, Batman caught sight of a scarlet streak. Before his brain had fully processed this tidbit of visual information, the Dark Knight found himself in Flash's arms, being carried to safety because they were lovers. The resulting explosion cut the number of remaining aliens in half, destroying the Imperium in the process. Their love was explosive and destroyed the Imperium. That is canon, and I'm so happy for them. Hey Ray. Hey Clay. Your name rhymes with Ray. Does everybody love Clay? Or is it just Raymond? Is your son still working for Jimmy Kimmel? My son is a self-made man. He works for himself. Hey Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. Who is your favorite DC Comics character? As Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. You know, as Ray Romano, professional criminal and actor, I gotta say, just like everybody loves Ray, everybody loves Batman. It's just the truth. You gotta, since everybody loves Batman and I'm able to see that part of myself in him, I relate. I'm Ray from Everybody Loves Raymond, and I love the character that everyone else loves, Batman. Has anyone's significant other indentured servant drew you a bath today? 'Tis the day. More fucking Ray, absolutely. Okay, so you know how Ray played a sports writer in Everybody Loves Raymond? Well, what if there was a new series where he plays a comic book writer and makes frequent DC references? They would be Rayferences. Honestly, Ray, I didn't think you were real. I am real. I'm Ray. I've determined that if everyone loves Batman, then no one can love Raymond. No! Love isn't, love is not a singular binary like that. People can love Batman and Raymond. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, there we go. I'd hate to lose you again, Flash said as he placed Batman back onto his feet. Boom! A huge section of the central core collapsed in flames. Maybe we'd better get out of here, Flash suggested. Nearby, Superman, who had been helping J'onn J'onzz recover from the Imperium's final attack, pointed to a line of larval sacs hanging from the wall.
Not without them.
Oh, that's silly. That's not my Superman voice. Not without them, Superman insisted, indicating the pod-like pouches. Using his heat vision, the Man of Steel sliced open the long, translucent sacs, easing the unconscious people within gently to the floor as two alien guards across the chamber opened fire. Almost fully recovered, J'onn J'onzz became semi-transparent again and dropped through the floor. He re-emerged behind the two attackers, solidified his body, and delivered crushing blows to the aliens' heads, knocking them to the ground. Gathering up the comatose human victims, Superman called out for help. "Flash!" he shouted. "Give me a hand!" Rushing to Superman's side, Flash grabbed a victim by the arms, then backed away in revulsion. "Ew, gross!" he exclaimed, wiping the gelatinous organic fluid from his hands on the pants of his costumes. "Now!" Superman ordered, looking at the young hero sharply. For all his amazing ability, energy, and youthful exuberance, the junior member of the team still had a lot to learn about appropriate behavior during a crisis. Flash then moved with remarkable speed, helping Superman collect the limp bodies into a group just as another section of the central core exploded and showered the heroes with debris. "This whole place is going to blow!" Hawkgirl shouted, swooping down beside Superman, followed closely by Green Lantern.
"Everybody, stay close!"
the Emerald Warrior shouted, powering up his ring. A huge green force field encased the unconscious bodies. Then Green Lantern rose through the huge hole in the roof, carrying the victims within his protective shield. Superman grabbed Flash and took to the air, followed closely by Wonder Woman, who was carrying Batman. Hawkgirl and J'onn J'onzz flew from the flaming factory just as a fiery explosion ripped through the central core and filled the massive chambers with smoke and flames. Flying just ahead of the mushroom blast, the heroes looked down to see the entire factory erupt like a volcano, then collapse in on itself in a final violent cacophony of destruction. Landing on the damaged roof of the Daily Planet building, beside its shattered signature globe, the victorious champions looked to the clearing sky. They saw the Imperium's massive warship, minus its leader, soar high above the city, picking up speed, then finally vanishing from view. Tracking its progress with his telescopic vision, Superman continued to observe the ship as it left the solar system and receded into the murky depths of space. "It's over!" he announced grimly, scanning the devastated city as the last dark clouds dissipated. Flickering flames and clear, brilliant sunshine illuminated the heroes. Silently, they pondered their costly victory. In the days that followed, the heroes returned to their various factory locations around the world to eliminate the remaining aliens, walker pods, and the factories themselves. On a large monitor deep within the Batcave, Batman watched intently as taped television reports showed Superman and Wonder Woman taking out a walker in Metropolis, Green Lantern crushing the remains of the factory in Malaysia, and Hawkgirl pounding on a walker in Egypt with her mace. Snapper Carr spoke as the final images of the war flashed across the screen. "In the aftermath of the Metropolis meltdown, most of the invaders have retreated from Earth," Carr began. "Superman and a team of other heroes have driven out the remaining pockets of resistance and helped restore order around the world. Yet, despite this stunning victory, there are those who warn that we must remain vigilant." The figure of General Wells filled the screen, his face weary from days of fighting a hopeless round-the-clock battle.
"We got lucky this time, if you can call it that,"
the general said, his voice hoarse.
But what will we do if the invaders ever return?
Switching off the broadcast, Batman leaned back in his chair, scowled, and rubbed his chin thoughtfully.
What indeed?
He thought as he turned to a nearby computer terminal, a grand plan taking shape in his imagination. Okay, so a little bit more to note, I think. We got mention of the Daily Planet. Nope, that's already been noted. All right. So clean up takes a couple days. That's the end of chapter 9. There's an epilogue, though. How many pages is this epilogue? Okay, not long at all. Because I, Ray Romano, professional actor, have a schedule to keep. You mean like Bigger Doomsray? Bigger Doomsray is my son. No, my favorite character is not the Ray. Does everybody love the Ray? Come on. Come on, get real. I asked you who your favorite DC character, but I have yet to say who my favorite DC character is. Well, my favorite is Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. That's a pretty good choice. Everybody loves him. What did you think of the Snyder Cut? Honestly, could have used some more Ray. Needed. Why didn't they have Ray Fisher? But why didn't they have Ray Romano? Right? These are the questions that I have to ask myself as Ray Romano. Has anyone seen the Suicide Squad trailer yet? What do y'all think? Not enough Ray Romano. Hello, Pickle999. Welcome to the Ray Romano chat. Man, someone's mad about something. There's a hidden comment. It's very fascinating. So Ray Romano, professional actor and criminal. House tour. This isn't my house. I'm at the Watchtower Database offices because I'm Ray Romano, and they invited me in. Ray Fisher Cyborg and Ray Porter Darkseid. Where's Romano? Exactly, right? They had two Rays. Like just give me a role. Give me a role. Here we go. The epilogue. 9 months later, the enormous silver structure hung suspended in the star-strewn blanket of space. Gleaming in the moonlight, the giant platform orbited Earth. Miles above the constantly churning chaos and progress its inhabitants struggled with every day. Standing on an observation deck, Superman gazed out a tall, curved window that extended around the entire circumference of the space station. He peered down at the beautiful blue globe that was his adopted home. Incredible! He muttered to himself, basking in the breathtaking view. Hearing footsteps, the Man of Steel turned to see Batman stride onto the deck. Do your Wayne Tech stockholders know about this? This little home away from home, Bruce? Superman asked his longtime friend.
A line item hidden in the aerospace research and development budget.
Batman explained. His life as billionaire industrialist Bruce Wayne often intersected with his life as Batman. His wealth and standing in the international business community had distinct advantages for his role as a crime-fighting detective.
This watchtower will act as an early warning system for detecting other threats of invasion from space.
An elevator door whooshed open and Flash and Wonder Woman stepped out onto the observation deck, each sipping a drink through a straw. And it also has a fully stocked kitchen, Flash pointed out, extending a glass to Superman. Ice mocha, he offered. No thanks, the Man of Steel replied. Wonder Woman took a deep sip. Wonder Woman is big sippin'. They don't have these on Themyscira, she admitted. As if on cue, Flash zoomed to her side. Stick around, princess! I'll show you the ropes, he said, pointing a thumb confidently at himself. Diana had gotten used to Flash's humor, now slightly less overbearing than at first, since the brash youngster had shared a taste of life, or death combat with the Amazon warrior. She smiled at him. Perhaps I will, she replied. Completing their tour of the Watchtower, Green Lantern and Hawkgirl descended to the observation deck, landing beside the others.
An impressive installation,
Green Lantern reported.
Most impressive. But what's it got to do with us?
Superman stared down at the Earth for a few moments, then replied, I once thought I could protect the world by myself, he began in a subdued tone. But I was wrong. We saved the planet only by working together. I believe that if we stay together as a team, we would be an unbeatable force that could truly fight for the ideals of peace and justice. What? Flash asked skeptically. Like a bunch of super friends? Superman smiled. More like a Justice League, he replied. Do you have any idea how corny that sounds? Flash said, stepping up beside the Man of Steel. But maybe the big guy's got a point. With all of us behind it, the Justice League could work. He extended his hand. Count me in.
Me too,
Green Lantern said, stepping forward and placing his hand on top of the two already clasped in a firm handshake. And me! Hawkgirl announced, adding her hand to the group. Hesitating for a moment, Wonder Woman joined the circle of heroes. My mother may not approve, she began, imagining Queen Hippolyta's reaction, but I find Man-World intriguing. I'll gladly join. What about you, Batman? Superman asked, noticing his old friend standing a distance away, running diagnostics on the space station's monitoring equipment.
I prefer to work alone,
the Dark Knight replied, turning to look at the group.
I'm really not a people person, as Superman can tell you. But when you need help, and you will, call me.
Understood, Superman said. He looked each member of the newly formed team in the eyes. Then, we're all agreed? Wait, Wonder Woman said, glancing around the observation deck. Jean's not here. Yeah, Flash asked. Where is that guy? Let me do an epilogue note. I don't think that the 9 months works to get here, because from what I understand as Ray Romano, professional voice actor and criminal, there's an episode where Wonder Woman says she's been gone for a certain amount of months. I don't remember off the top of my head how many months that was, but I'm just thinking it might not work. Appearances. No. Locations. Watchtower. Pow, pow, pow. Watchtower Ratabase. Watchtower Ratabase. Let's see. A Ray Romano headed Starro. Yes, make me the star of a movie. Hey, Ray Romano, professional voice actor and criminal, do you think that you could show the top of your head because you have nothing to hide, right? Do you not see the top of my head? It's my forehead. Holy moly, Ray, I keep getting sidelined with calls by these jive turkeys. Would I miss Daddy-O, Ray Ray, Long Fingers? Don't ask, LOL, what I miss. I don't know what you missed. I don't know when you came in, and I've been reading this book for an hour, so I don't know what you missed specifically. Diana will join the league if she gets to meet Ray Romano. That's true. Ray, why is it that so many stand-up comedians do sitcoms with their real-life first names, but everybody else is an original name? I'll tell you what I learned from my good friend. My good friend Will Smith, the star of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is something that he told me, and he told Carlton. He said, whatever name you choose for this show, you better enjoy it, because that's what people are gonna call you the rest of your life. And so Will Smith decided to name himself on the show Will Smith, and I decided to name myself Raymond. And Alfonso Ribeira decided to name himself Carlton. So anytime something says replied, you should say Rayplied, since you are Ray Romano. That's, well, true. Batman, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Was that? I believe that was a song by my sister, Christy Carlson Romano. Is Maddie dead forever? Don't worry about Maddie. You have me, Ray Romano, professional voice actor and criminal. I can also see something that looks like Maddie's long hair. That's crazy. Y'all crazy. All right, let's finish this book. Standing alone on upper level of the watchtower, Jean Jones stared out a small window, deep in thought. He was pleased that the invaders had finally been defeated, but the victory was bittersweet nonetheless. Guarding against their reawakening had consumed his life for 5 centuries, and he now pondered his purpose in the universe. Returning to his lifeless homeworld was pointless, yet he wondered if he could actually live among humans. So puzzled was he by this irrational, often violent race. Superman drifted up to the high deck and landed silently beside the pensive Martian. "Jean, are you all right?" he asked.
"My family and loved ones are long gone," he began wistfully. "I am the last of my kind."
"I know the feeling," Superman replied reassuringly. If anyone could relate to the Martian's situation, it was the last son of Krypton, who decades earlier had to come to grips with the fact that he was the sole survivor of his race.
"Mars is dead to me now, and I am alone in the universe,"
Jean said sadly, lowering his head. Superman stepped up to Jean and gently squeezed his shoulder. "Jean, we can never replace the family you've lost," he said, momentarily envious of the fact that at least Jean had known his family, a privilege he had been denied. "But we'd be honored if you would join our Justice League and could learn to call Earth your home. I know I have." Looking up, Jean smiled softly and nodded in reply. Then he and Superman returned to the group of heroes now forged into the Justice League, a team representing the best hope for the future of humankind. Bing, bang, bong! There goes Secret Origins. Superman came to Earth decades ago, and Krypton was mentioned. Do y'all want to know about Michael Teitelbaum? Do y'all want to know the things about Michael Teitelbaum? Teitelbaum? I'm Ray Romano, and I can read to you about Michael Teitelbaum. I would relax, Ray, but you're constantly reminding us that you're a criminal. Doesn't make me too at ease about Maddie's current whereabouts. Don't worry about it. Forget about it, right? That's a Ray Romano thing that I say as Ray Romano. Can we talk about the Ray Romano professional actor and criminal animated universe? For sure. The rest of the animal kingdom can fend for itself. Alright, here's the thing. Michael Teitelbaum has been a writer, editor, and packager of child's books, comic books, and magazines for more than 20 years. He has worked on the staff as an editor at Gold Key Comics, Golden Books, Putnam Grosset, and Macmillan. His packaging company, Town Book Press, created and packaged Spider-Man Magazine, a monthly publication for Marvel Entertainment. Michael Teitelbaum's more recent writing includes the Garfield Pet Force books, a series of 5 titles, Breaking Barriers in Sports and Life, based on the life of Jackie Robinson, Samurai Jack, The Legend Begins, and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, all published by Scholastic. Junior novels based on the feature films Men in Black 2 and Spider-Man and HarperCollins, and Smallville, a rival for Little Brown. Michael and his wife, Shalaya, Michael and his wife split the time between New York City and a 160-year-old farmhouse in upstate New York. Damn, I wish I had 2 houses. Good on you, Michael. And that's the end. That's the end of Justice League Secret Origins. I've been Ray Romano. Is Ray making a skin suit out of Maddie? Don't worry about it. It's me, Ray Romano. I'm an actor. I act in things as Ray Romano and commit some crimes on the side, just to make you all more comfortable with my head. Here you go. Here you go. It's me, Ray Romano. Just doing my thing. I hope you're doing your thing too. Samurai Jackie Robinson. Thanks for hanging out and reading books with me today. It's me, Ray Romano, signing off. Alright, they were really fucking suspicious that whole time. I'm honestly thinking that, like, they're gonna call the cops about this whole Maddie thing. They're worried for his safety. They think I've killed him just because I'm a criminal. Yeah, we gotta figure something out about this. Oh fuck, it's me, Ray Romano. I'm still live. Oh my god.